winter has come, the days are short, the nights are getting longer. Your shirt is bare, your shoes are thin, and you keep feeling colder. Wouldn't it be nice to wrap up in a warm and woolly cloak? Well, what are you gonna do? Well, first you take a sheep, and you shear it, and you skirt it, and you scour it, and you comb it, and you spin it, dye it, weave it, then you full it, and you sew it. Now you've got yourself a fine and fuzzy woolen cloak. And how did you get your cloak? Well, first you take a sheep. So your squire and your knight has signed you up to play in a paw. But you need some fancy pageantry and a great big crested helm. But your helm is kinda rusty, kinda dented, kinda dismal. Well, what are you gonna do? Well, first you take the sheep and you slaughter it, and you strip the hide, and you cure it in some brine, then you scud the hair right off it, and you tan it, and you dye it, then you trim it, cut it, mold it, shape it, sew it into a helm. And how did you get your helm? Well, first you take a sheep, so that lord or lady has caught your eye and you'd like to impress them. Maybe take them on a stroll and a romantic picnic, serve them. You've got your bread, you've got your wine, your meal looks kind of boring. Well, what are you gonna do? Well, first you take a sheep, and you milk it, and you ferment it, and you add the rennet to it, then you separate the curds and whey, and salt them, press them, cure it. When you head out on that picnic, you can serve a lovely cheese. And how did you get your cheese? Well, first you take a sheep. So your head is kind of fluffy, and you could use some more book learning. You've been struggling with your figures, and you need to learn some Latin. You haven't got a library, but you've got a neighboring scribe. Well, what are you gonna do? Well, first you take a sheep, and you slaughter it, and you scrape the hide off, and no, we're almost there. You slaughter it, and you strip the hide off, and you scrape the hair right off it. Then you pumice it, and you stretch it, and you scrape it, and you dry it into parchment. That was really close. And you trim it, fold it, cut it, sew it, present the book to the scribe. And how did you get that book? Well, first you take a sheep. So the baron down the road would like to visit you at your castle, and you need to serve a fancy feast for him and all his vassals. But your pantry and your cupboard, well, they're looking kind of bare. So what are you gonna do? Well, first you take a sheep, and you slaughter it, and you drain it, and you strip the hide right off it. Then you cut the choicest meats, and you take them to the kitchen, where you roast it, spice it, slice it, and you serve it to the baron. And how did you get your feast? Well, first you take a sheep. Now the baron's gone home, and the castle is clean, and you're feeling rather mighty. The lamb was good, the cheese was great, and your helm looked really spiffy. With your book and bowl and cloak in hand, you've been feeling kind of lonely. Well, what are you gonna do? So just you get a consort, and you leave the sheep alone.